I have this vision that my art room will have really cool office supplies. And I had all this extra paper that we decorated. And so saw a cheap tape dispenser and thought, got an idea. The paper came from dipping just random paper into a mix of oil and water and watercolor or food coloring and adding some salt. Before you spray, make sure that any pieces of your object that need to be covered up are taped over, like this tape dispenser's blade. I waited till the spray glue became tacky before I applied it. It was about a minute or so, and then I just formed it around the tape dispenser and made sure all the edges were pressed in. Sprayed it again. You can see if you got too much, if you sprayed too much or you missed, it looks like Christmas tree flocking. Not so great for little pieces, but it worked great on the bigger ones. Then I decided to just tear up little pieces and collage it on, but I switched glues. Right here, I am still trying to make the spray glue work, and it's not working so great. I'm finding out I'm having to hold pieces longer. I can't really spray individual pieces. I'm running back and forth out of my house to spray this stuff because I don't want glue in the air. My little pieces are not long enough, and so I'm adding more collage to it to kind of balance out the size between several different pieces of paper that are similar but not quite. They use the same colors, and so I'm just adding them on. I've switched now to tacky glue. It's just Elmer's Craft Bond, and now I'm just carving off the little excess with my Exacto knife. It really messed up my blade, but you know, it was worth it. I can try to kit it off later. And I'm just going back in and cutting. This is not an exact process. It is an experiment. There's my my tacky glue. And I'm just filling in the creases and the joints and going back. And I sandpapered the very beginning of this project so I could go back in and add stuff. It was easier for me to just go ahead and put the paper right on than it was to try to cut individual pieces. And so I figured I can just cut the holes later. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going back in, layering glue, and then pressing paper into it and using my indentation tool to get in all the little creases, shoving it in. That's actually for embossing paper and indenting before colored pencil or graphite. And then now I'm going back in and cutting with my Exacto knife, folding up. I will be sealing up all the edges, and then I wanted to rough up the edges a little bit so they're just not completely perfect. And that is what I'm doing at this moment. That a little embossing tool was wonderful for this. And I had to let this dry. I let it dry overnight, and then I varnished it with nail polish. Just what I had on hand. It's cheap. It's from the dollar store. And there it is, sitting on my desk in the art room. And we use this every day. It'll be the first of many office supplies or picture frames I collage to. And if you'd like to try this process, let me know how yours turned out. It's fun. It's an experiment. It may work, may not. That's just a cheap dispenser from Walmart. Thank you for watching.